ourselves. No one can stop us from chasing our dreams. Yet many people today choose to squander this birthright. They choose to believe that because of where they were born or who their parents are, they don't have a fair chance in life. They are choosing to believe that the competition from America and around the world is just too tough. They're choosing to believe in someone else's talent more than their own. They're choosing to be mediocre. I'm always telling people that I don't care what their families or their schools or their communities said or thought about them. I tell them, you're an adult now and you get to decide. So what's the decision going to be? You get to write your life story. Will you be heroic or just someone trying to get by? Will you be the star or someone sitting on the end of the bench? I have no trouble with someone who strives to be the best and finishes in the middle of the pack. There's honor in that. I don't see that person as a failure. To the contrary, he will come to the end of his days with a smile on his face because he spent the time and talent God gave him having a ball, finding out how good he could get. He will not be the person who goes to the grave thinking, if only I had been as talented as, say, LeBron James. My life would have been great. In fact, such a person doesn't have an inkling of the most important talent LeBron James has, nor does he know he could have chosen to have that talent himself. I know because I've heard about it from the source. Some years ago, I got a call from Lance Blanks, who was then the assistant general manager of the NBA's Cleveland Cavaliers. I'd known Lance since his days as a basketball player for the University of Virginia, where I taught and helped the athletic programs as a sports psychologist. Lance wanted to know if I could spend a day talking with LeBron, then, and now again the cornerstone of Cleveland's franchise. I was happy to say yes. I knew something about LeBron, of course. I knew the outer dimensions. He was 6'8", weighed 250 chiseled pounds, and had explosive speed. I knew he had been perhaps the most publicized high school basketball player since Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was known as Lou Alcindor. I knew he had been the NBA's #1 draft choice the year he finished high school, and I knew he had been a very successful professional for the Cavaliers. But until I had a chance to talk to him, I didn't know the most important thing about LeBron. I want to be the greatest basketball player in history, he told me. Beautiful, I thought. This is a truly talented guy. It was not that he had physical gifts, it was LeBron's mind. I've been encountering his kind of attitude on occasion for more than 3 decades, and when I have encountered it, I have almost always had the pleasure of working with someone truly exceptional. One of my first clients in this category was someone who could hardly have been physically more different from LeBron, professional golfer Pat Bradley. Pat had average size and average club head speed. Nothing about her initial appearance would suggest athletic ability to most people. And that was not even the most significant difference. LeBron had been a prodigy of whom much was expected from the time he was maybe 14 years old. Pat had grown up in golfing obscurity. She was a girl from New England, which is not a cradle of golfers because of the short golf season up north. She hadn't gone to one of the colleges that traditionally has a strong women's golf team. LeBron would have disappointed a lot of people if he hadn't made himself into a great basketball player. Pat, had she been mediocre, would have only confirmed people's expectations. When I met her, she'd been a professional golfer for 11 years, and she'd won 1 tournament. I asked her about her dreams and goals. Almost diffidently, Pat said she wanted to win the LPGA Player of the Year award. She wanted to have the tour's lowest scoring average. She wanted to win all of the women's major championships, and she wanted to make the LPGA Hall of Fame. At the time, an LPGA player had to win 30 tournaments, including 2 majors, to be eligible for the Hall of Fame. It was the highest Hall of Fame hurdle in sports. She asked me if I thought she could do these things. I said, I don't know if you can do them, but I'm excited to work with someone who has your dreams. In the next 10 years or so, Pat achieved all of those goals.